What are the pros and cons of living in Emmett, Idaho? That's what we're covering in today's video, and be sure to stick around because I'm interviewing a couple who moved there a year and a half ago from California, but are also in the process of moving away. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and today we are covering the pros and cons of living in Emmett, Idaho. And if you're curious to learn more about what living in Idaho is like, what the cities are like, what working here is like, what living here is like, then be sure to subscribe to the Living in Idaho YouTube channel. If finding a home in Idaho is something that you guys are considering, and you've looked around and you kind of want a town that is a little off the beaten path, would be considered a small town, but still close to amenities, then Emmett, Idaho might be exactly what you're looking for. Today, we're gonna be looking at some of the pros of Emmett, like the slower pace of life, the small town, the affordability in comparison to the rest of the Treasure Valley. In terms of beauty, Emmett is amazing. It's got a river that runs right through town. You're really close to a reservoir if you wanna go swimming or boating. You're surrounded by gorgeous hills, and you have great proximity to everything. And we're also gonna be going over the cons. And one of the cons was a big enough deal for this couple who relocated from California to pack up and move away. So be sure to stick around to the end so that you can decide if Emmett's gonna be good for you, so that hopefully we can save you the mistake of moving somewhere that's not the right fit.
It's very much a rural, small town, middle of USA, like good old
town USA. Yeah.
The town felt right, like it was big enough where it has, like between 5 and 10,000 people. There's a hospital, there's an Albertsons, there's a vibrant downtown, mid 1800s, turn of the century kind of vibe to it. Everyone is over the top friendly here. If you go downtown, you can feel that a lot of the generational Emmett natives all know each other. It's just really community oriented. They have a festival. They have a bunch of orchards, like cherry orchards, apple orchards.
They have the VFW that you're in. Many churches. They have a Calvary Chapel. They have a Nazarene.
Catholic, LDS. And then they have the Payette River that runs through it and a reservoir where you can go boating and swimming and fishing and kayaking. And the prices are considerably less than the Treasure Valley. It made it attractive for us, and we've enjoyed our time here.
And what are some cons of living in Emmett?
Con number one is driving into the Treasure Valley. They call it going over the hill.
Yeah, over the hill. It's a 2-lane highway.
For highly active people with younger children, if you're planning on doing a lot of business over in Meridian or Boise, it's difficult.
He works and our kids go to school in Garden City, and I work in Nampa. And so we're driving a lot.
And we're actually selling our house. The people buying it, I was explaining to them, Costco is 23 minutes away. And he's like, we'll probably be there once every 6 weeks.
And that's perfect. That would be great. But we have 2 growing kids, and we have to go to Costco once a week.
And yeah, you get on our street and it's quiet. The only people coming down here is FedEx, Amazon, and the mailman.
It's so peaceful and quiet. I want to second, everyone is so nice. I mean, we've been here a year and a half and I've not had any encounter that was negative. And that's so uncommon. Another thing that was culture shock coming here, at the grocery store, they actually bag your groceries for you and they're free. In California, I'd have to bring my own bags or buy my bags and then bag my own things. And I'll never forget.
And you get plastic straws at the restaurant.
And you get plastic straws, yes.
Thank you, Lord.
It's you don't have to have anything dissolving in your mouth. But there's been many encounters where people just extend kindness. Our son Grayson lost a tooth at Costco. He was eating a hot dog, lost a tooth, and then I accidentally threw it in the garbage. The worker at Costco was so kind and started going through the garbage for me to find this tiny little tooth. And I just feel like there's so many people here that extend kindness, and it's sad to say we just didn't experience that as much in California. We experienced it a lot.
Definitely slower here.
Yes, and that isn't even Emmett speaking. I'm just saying Idaho,
general.
Yeah,
but
Emmett for sure.
It's a lot slower.
It's a lot slower in Emmett. No traffic at all. And you said
Unless
a vibrant downtown.
There's a combine that you're driving behind.
Will you explain what a combine is to people?
Oh, it's a big piece of farming equipment that'll take a lane and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. But you said one of the pros is a vibrant downtown. And see, to me, I see the downtown as not vibrant and kind of more as a con. There's 3 or 4 little shops. I just feel that there's not that much to do there. There's only a couple of stores. There's one movie theater. The movie theater plays one show.
I guess I'm talking about
Depends on what
in
you want.
comparison to a little town that has nothing.
Yeah, no, it's more than that.
There's knick-knack stores. There's
antique store,
quilting store, pawn shops.
Rowan's, the drive-in. That's good.
I wouldn't even call that downtown. I'm talking about just Main Street.
That's true.
There's McDonald's, Taco Bell. And Rowan's, I think, is, I don't know, this might cause a lot of upset, but I think Rowan's is like comparable or better to In-N-Out.
I agree.
Oh, I like Rowan's for sure. You think it's better than In-N-Out?
It's an old school drive-in burger restaurant, and it's cool. You pick up a phone in the drive-thru. How can I help you, hon? And you just like order the burger, fries. It's cheap, and you're on your way.
I wanted to pause just for a moment. And if you're considering relocating here to Idaho, I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to do that. And my team would love to be your guide as you make that transition. And also, I see some of you out there, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet. And if you're interested in all things Idaho, what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play here, and what real estate is like, then be sure to subscribe so that you can get notified every week I post new content.
But like friends come to visit and we go to the river, we go to the reservoir, there's docks and picnic area and it's clean and there's grass and trees and shade. It's beautiful.
If somebody's thinking about moving to Emmett, they're like, I have no need to go to the Treasure Valley, or I don't mind it. Are there any other cons?
I don't think I've ever seen a homeless. There's no graffiti. I don't really hear about a lot of crime. Like you talked to that cop and they had one call all day. But the cons would be,
I would say, like the affluency, who lives like above and below the poverty level. It's definitely a farming rural community. There isn't piles and piles of money into the infrastructure here. It's just basic amenities.
that's a great way of describing it. Yes.
And it's slow. If you need a fast-paced go kind of life, Emmett is not the place for you. It's hard to go from raising a family, a young family in Northern California, to Gem County, Emmett, Idaho, and just plug right in if you're not ready for that. And I don't think we were ready for that.
So you guys moved from California to here. You've been here a year and a half. Now you kind of are more familiar. You kind of know where you're working, what rhythms are. And for you guys, you're making that decision now, saying, hey, we're actually going to move over the hill, get closer to what the daily things are, less maintenance, because you want to talk about a big house and you're like, maybe I don't want a big house and a big yard. I think a lot of people envision like, I just want more land.
Yes.
Yeah, so we moved
We
from
wanted that so bad.
a 3-bedroom,
No, 4.
4-bedroom house in Northern California on a small lot,
It was 6,000 square foot lot.
2 acres with no fences in Emmett with 2 young kids. So the second we moved out here, it was like, we're putting in landscape, building 1,000 feet of fence. Now we're mowing twice a week. And then it's like, we want chicken coops and we want goats and we want this and we want that. And meanwhile, when you get home from
Work
and
and then
school,
you have homework and the kids, we have to make dinner and they have homework and showers and you're like, where's the
flag
time
football,
for all
this
of these?
and that,
Yeah.
it is incredibly hard for us to balance all those things. So in a good way, I'm glad we got to experience this.
Because we checked that box. Okay, like we know we're not going to be longing for, oh my gosh, I just wish we had land.
If it works out in 15 years, we would absolutely come back out here.
Absolutely, yes.
It's just for us right now at this point in our life, we can't. But if you did this interview with anyone else on the street, they'd all talk about how much they love Emmett.
All of our neighbors, they just love it here. And we love it here too. And they don't have to drive over the hill every day. And we do. So
So that's a big deciding factor.
that's one of the main.
If you don't want to drive and you got to be connected to the valley, Emmett's probably not the best option for you.
Yeah. But if you want to slow down and have beautiful nature, quiet space, this is the place.
So I'm curious to know, leave a comment down below. Is Emmett, Idaho a place that you could live? Are the cons pros for you? Do you not mind the drive? Do you love the idea of a small town with a river running through it, surrounded by hills? If you have questions or want to know more about Emmett or any place in Idaho, then feel free to reach out. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.